Why are you filming my
Now
face?
in the street there is violence, and then a lots of work to be done. No place to hang out or washing, and then I can't blame all on the sun. Oh no.
Whoa, dude, don't show your gun around like that.
It's my constitutional right.
Actually, the Constitution doesn't even mention that. It states a well-regulated militia being necessary of the security in a free state, the right of the people to bear arms.
Yes, it says people have the right to bear arms.
It states in a well-regulated militia. This has been debated on for years by citizens if they should have the right to own guns.
Well, it's safer that I own a gun compared to a police officer.
How so?
The total number of police officers in the U.S. is 794,300. The total number of gun-owning citizens is 80 million. The citizens' killing rate error is just 2%, while the police officers' killing error rate is 11%.
Well, police officers are in a more difficult situation than citizens. And besides, countries that don't allow citizens to own guns experience less violence. Japan has had less than 50 gun homicides annually, unlike the US that has just under 10,000.
But even though the homicide rate in the U.S. is higher, the safety guns provide for citizens in the U.S. is massive. For example, in 1982, Kennesaw, Georgia passed a law requiring heads of households to keep at least one firearm in the house. The residential burglary rate subsequently dropped 89% in Kennesaw, compared to just a 10.4% drop in Georgia as a whole.
That is true, but more guns aren't the answer. Police say that stolen and illegal guns are the root of violence across the country.
But it is not in the homes, gun stores, or pawn shops where the guns are being stolen. It is trucks and cars that are main targets for gun thieves across America. There have been court cases to prevent people from leaving their guns in their cars. The Muscarello vs. United States court case in 1998 argued against having a firearm anywhere but your home.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life.
Hey, let's go inside my cabin and discuss the matter.
Sounds good, dude.
That was not. The Bill of Rights was passed in 1791. The founders couldn't possibly imagine the guns we have today. Over the last 10 years, there's been a major influx of mass shootings in the US, resulting in countless deaths across the country. This is because how easy it is for these killers to acquire such guns.
You make a good point here. I don't think citizens should be allowed to own the large assault rifles that have been portrayed at these shootings. But these guns are still technically legal. Over the holidays, 14 Americans were killed as they came together to celebrate. Obama branded the San Bernardino mass shooting as a terrorist attack and called for those on the U.S. no-fly list to be banned from buying guns. Here, we see how easy it is for people to acquire these large weapons within our country.
People shouldn't have these guns in the first place. This wouldn't happen. They shouldn't be legal.
The people committing these mass shootings acquire these weapons illegally anyways.
Actually, even though many will get their guns illegally, mass shootings have been committed with registered guns. The Newtown Massacre shooter, Adam Lanza, used his mom's weapons to kill 20 school children and 6 teachers. Obama announced a new executive action to combat mental health care and increase gun control in the U.S. This act is supposed to curb gun violence in America.
What Obama doesn't have in his argument is sufficient evidence or explanation on how increasing gun control in the U.S. will help save lives. What Obama needs to do is tackle the mental health issues. Increasing gun control is not the answer.
I agree that mental health needs to be addressed, but I still think that gun control laws could be stricter than they are as of now.
Well, aides of Obama says he's essentially given up on any significant gun control passing during his presidency. This further proves that he does not have a sufficient case in fighting against gun control, and that mental health is what needs to be addressed.
You're right. I think mental health care is important. But if gun control is not addressed by Obama, it needs to be looked upon to deeper in the future.
Bring it.